Oh, yeah.
Oh, hi, Hal.
Oh, yes.
I don't. Okay.
Hi. How are you? Good
We've
morning.
been, because it's Sexy Liberal Week and the 10-year anniversary, we've been just going down memory lane together.
Yes,
You said the first time you were on the show, I kept you on hold for an hour. I don't remember that. I don't know why that would have happened.
Yes, I was supposed to be on the first segment of the hour, and I was on in the bottom of the hour because I languished on hold for 45 minutes. It was, and every segment I was like, they'll call on me next. I know it. They see me. They know I'm here.
See, it starts like every great romantic comedy. At first, I ignored you.
It's true.
And then you auditioned.
That's right.
I'd forgotten about that, too. You auditioned to be my musical sidekick on my late-night TV show. And as I recall...
That's right.
You melted down all your equipment. Something. That also was a disaster.
For whatever reason, yeah, the studio that was doing your show apparently had the auditions in a warehouse with substandard electrical equipment or something, and she had all these people wheeling in music gear to perform and stuff. So I brought in all my MIDI gear. I had it's so easy to do now. You literally, the programming of that kind of stuff would be so simple. But back then I was like, I had to write music into my keyboard and then save it to a separate device and all this stuff. And it fried my MIDI connector, basically. I had this MIDI breakout thing that was the most expensive piece of gear I owned at the time. It was like, it was $3,000.
Like every great love.
Crap.
Ours started as a disaster.
It's right.
And I remember...
It's like...
And then we went into our...
was scored by Oingo Boingo, right?
Yeah. And we went into our new love, new sex version, where when we did I've Got a Secret, my TV show, the producers would sometimes stop down and go, could you and Hal please cool it? There are children watching this show. So
this is it. And we went, and we're like, wait, people are watching this show? Come on, give us a break. It's nice.
Anyway, and then began
wasn't it
the love story that is the Sexy Liberal Comedy Tour, and I have loved you for so many years. I swear to God, he knows this. When I'm backstage, Chris, I feel like no matter how many times we've toured for years, I'm like, shh. Hal's doing T-Rex. Do not talk to me when Hal's doing T-Rex. And then into this virtual format, you are more brilliant than ever. And anyway, I am so honored. I'm so excited about this Saturday. I can't. You remember because you went on the very first plane ride with me. Oh,
I remember.
You're doing. With you. Don't do COVID pizza face. It freaks me out.
I will, but you have to. You have to love it because I'm still here, waiting for you.
That was my sex. That was my Hal. I wait all this time for a great Hal sex dream, and he has COVID pizza face because I had COVID.
Right.
It's just
right.
All right.
That's right. Sneaks right up on you. Being with you right, on the first flights or whatever was like, I brought a lot of people. I pride myself as a stand-up, as a headliner. I'm bringing friends with me who are breaking into touring. They never get there or whatever. So I've seen that face a lot. And I have sort of the grizzled Tom Berenger, Vietnam vet with a big scar on his face kind of attitude towards it. Yeah, kid, we'll see if you can make it across that marsh. And,
And also you had toured, you toured a lot.
The windows and jumping around. Yeah, like, whee! And you're like, get out of here. Right.
You toured a lot, so you had all the stuff on your iPad, and you were all ready to go. And of course, I'm a technical moron, and I had nothing. So I was expecting to talk to you the whole flight. You were like, sit down and stop talking.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
I would have headphones in the entire time. It's the inside of an airplane. You can't sit still. We will move you. I'm choosing exit rows from now on because I know you don't qualify.
Want to help me write some bits on my cocktail napkin? What are you doing now, Cal? Okay, that was our first flight together.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. It's also, by the way, not just our first flight together, but basically every subsequent flight after with every new person that joined the tour. Like, maybe you'll be my friend. It's like a puppy who's like maybe you're the friendly dog.
Aisha Tyler. Yeah.
But yeah, Steph had already been doing it for a while, but like, maybe she knows where the fun is. Maybe she knows where the magic toy is hiding.
Frangela came on like,
magic toy on the plane. Let's find it.
Frangela came on. There's 2 of them. There's 2 new friends.
That's right. Yeah, we'll split up and meet back in the middle. Yeah.
All
right.
Yeah. Can you have a Mile High Club of fun?
Now we just started Seattle, right? You, me, and Frangela launched the tour, and then that orange mother just like brought our tour to a screeching halt with his stupid COVID response. And I mean, the fact that we survived Donald Trump years is really. Do you still wake up and go, I can't believe this moron was president even for a day? I mean, we're still feeling obviously the repercussions, right?
It's like when you have a relationship that ends and you're like, how did I ever date that person? How is that possible? Like it's just like, it's not possible that how did they touch me? That kind of stuff.
I'm laughing a little too hard at that. I'm laughing a little too hard. Yes.
Yeah. But ultimately, I look at especially the pictures now of him at Mar-a-Lago where he's just full on like somewhere between cardboard cutout and weird old man who wanders the property. And, hey, I just met that guy, Donald or something at checkout. And someone goes, there's been no one here named Donald for 100 years. But I swear I saw him. That's the ghost of the Donald. You'll see him. Veins coming out of his neck, just kind of smiling, thumbs up. And then, wink, 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 wink.
And here's why I've always been most deeply in love with you is because you're just as immature as I am. You posted last week a picture of him doing that stupid dance, and you just put, you put Handy J, Handy J, squirt, squirt.
Right. Well, that's what his little dance was. It was the weirdest. He used to do this kind of like, it was almost like a thank you gift he was giving as he walked down the aisle, like, torque. I didn't. Every day on my live stream, we'd get to the end of the show, and I couldn't play the music because one of the there was a bunch of reasons why they played the music that they played. The other reason was that it kind of cut off the public, the YouTubers from being able to play the president's stuff because you get an RIAA strike, right? You get a copyright strike. So I had to turn the music off as soon as I heard the downbeat to YMCA. I had hit mute on the feed right there, and then it's just silent video, and I'm like, he might do something. So I can't stop viewing it because that's what I'm doing on my stream, right? If he falls down a flight of stairs or if he grabs someone as he is wont to do, I'm going to, I got to have it on. So I have to mute the music. And he's just, if you think if his dancing is bad with the music on, what it turns into with the music off is downright frightening, especially that kind of just like splort, because it's really awkward and
it's like the shake weights. It's like he has shake weights.
It's like he's dueling shake weights. It's gross.
Yeah,
it's just gross.
So what he's left us is these conspiracy theory lunatics. You retweeted what we talked about yesterday. Right-wing conspiracy theorist Steve Quayle warns Jim Bakker's audience that nasal tests for COVID are part of DNA samples to be used in the creation of targeted biological weapons that will turn everyone into flesh-eating zombies. And you just said, they're on to us.
Yeah.
Yeah, at this point, at a certain, remember when, I don't know, gosh, it seems so long ago when Trump was president, but remember when trolling actually worked?
Yeah.
When people would troll people and the reaction online was like, oh, how dare you? I would never. What are you talking about? That's not what I meant. And now somebody trolls you and you're just like, oh, God. That's adorable. Look at you with your flailing around and doing. Look at you trying to upset me. And that stuff seems like it's a year late or something. Like they're trying to make zombies. Like, okay, pal. Okay. But by the way, after that, day before yesterday on my stream, I did his whole show, that whole Jim Bakker show that clip is from. I did the whole episode, and it's basically like the Rapture version of QVC. Like that, his whole thing, I mean, he's always been a grifter, but his whole shtick now is he's selling you like canisters of seeds and basement buckets of food and water purifiers and, and then copies of DVDs that the end times are coming. Now, here's my question. You're selling me a DVD that says the rapture is going to happen any day now. It's going to happen any day now. So why am I? And the only people to be left behind on Earth are absolute sinners, vile, flesh-eating, monstrous, pedivore, Democrat, psychopath. And what am I doing? According to Jim Bakker, I'm leaving behind seed and buckets of pancakes for them to make. I don't know why,
Right.
like all the provisions. I'm being raptured.
Yes.
They even get to wear my clothes. All right, because we're all raptured naked because it's Jim Bakker's Sky God.
Right.
Right. You know, that's
one of my favorite
I don't
sexy
understand why
liberal
I'm feeding them.
virtual tours, and we got to play the right wing, preach evangelical Trump grifters. And as Paula White, I got to ask you. You were Ken Copeland. I was like, I'm sorry. Did you want to pause to laugh maniacally for a moment?
Though, by the way, I will say that laughter moment for them died off really quickly.
Yeah.
It's really nice. So one of my hobbies is watching the right-wing prophets online who are all prophesying Trump's return.
Yes.
And the joy of watching them go, what I meant to say was not this next Tuesday, or coming up with new math every time, like just watching them try. And then I think there's a verse in like Mark or Acts that says, do not, molest the prophets, meaning don't beat them up when they're wrong. And that is the key scriptures. John 3:16, forget about it. One thing I want to bring up is on my way to my car, don't bug me about how wrong I've been, and please don't throw anything. And that's all they've been saying for the last 2 months.
Yes, he is the gift that keeps on giving, Donald Trump. You retweeted Amy Siskind, who said 150 million doses manufactured after the Trump regime backed Emergent under Operation Warp Speed. Not a single dose is usable. Quote, plant supervisors often cited pressure from Operation Warp Speed as justification for glossing over violations. You just wrote Operation Fart Speed strikes again.
Well, yeah, that's. I mean, for those of you that don't know, every time when Trump would mention Operation Fart Speed on
Captain's log,
I would have to play that soundbite because
Captain's log.
Part of the problem.
See
with
what I mean?
Operation
He's just
Fart
as
Speed
immature. He's just as immature as I am.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But anytime it was brought up, anybody even said it, I had to play that because the problem with Operation Fart Speed
Captain's log
was that it made people not trust the process because it sounded rushed. It didn't sound like, Operation Competency. It seems out the window. It was that they were going to quick. Speed is more important. And there's that old adage in business, fast, cheap, and good. You can only have you can have two, but you can never have all three. If you eliminate for fast and cheap, you're getting rid of good.
The Pfizer CEO just said that Trump said it'll be good for my reelection. Can we hurry? And he said we will be done at the speed of science. Period.
Yeah.
And
that's right.
Yeah. So, which team are you? I forget which vaccine did you get?
I got the Pfizer.
Chris.
I got the Pfizer. I got the Pfizer.
All right.
Yeah.
It's getting kind of.
Yeah. I'm pizzy in the hizzy.
Travis and I, Team Moderna. Sean will be Moderna.
Team Moderna, yeah.
Friday, yeah.
Funky.
Pfizer.
Yeah.
Pfizer.
And Moderna. Right.
Pfizer is slightly more effective.
Oh, it is not. Okay. Don't start the vaccine wars. Don't start.
And post effects.
Fewer side effects. You're right. Yep.
Yeah.
And I don't know it's the side effects, it's post effects, because it's really just your experience afterwards. Right. Side effect is something that would stay with you in theory.
Yeah.
One of the things, by the way, that Rand Paul and others have been fighting for is when they've been talking about vaccine passports and letting people know if they've been, gotten the vaccine or not, is that they've been fighting, can we have an immunity passport? That nonsense. And the reason he wants to bring it up is because the I guess he's had it and he's not going to get the vaccine. And then this report comes out that nearly a third of people who have gotten COVID have neurological or mental disorders. And my question is, with Rand Paul, how could you tell?
There you go. Well, same with me, Chris, and Travis, who have also had it. I'm not sure how you would be able to tell.
This is true.
Right? Yeah.
I think of us
the
as
baseline's not good.
I think of us as
I don't know.
anybody
I mean,
in radio.
Right, exactly.
I think of us
You
as
hide
mental
it-
defects in the first place, but okay.
You hide it well.
Thank you. All right. Yeah, we got to hump. It's not even hump. Every day is hump days with
No.
Hal. 21 minutes
Right.
after the hour. Sexy liberals, assemble! We have a lot to celebrate.
The right to remain tripping your balls off.
It's like Illuminati, but with leather.
First day at Fight Club, you must fight!
2020 refuses to concede.
I was going to have to return 2021 because I didn't like the 7-day trial, but I'm in now.